Hi, welcome to another edition of MTG Playback. I'm Mark. I'm an actual pastor who plays Magic the Gathering, and this whole series is where I play a game on Arena and then talk about it afterwards. I've been playing around and fussing with a blue-white flash deck that I do not have enough cards to actually make it what I want it to do. So I'm just kind of playing around and seeing what's going on, and also hoping to see what other decks other people are playing. So here's my opening hand for this round. I've got no blue cards, but I do have some white one drops. I have a what's it called, a wedding announcement. So this looks like something I'm going to keep, and let's see what happens. Land for turn gets a recruitment officer out there. So I'm pretty sure they assume that I am playing what's it called? That I am playing soldiers, because that's what it looks like right now. They got a Gingerbrute. I don't see Gingerbrute very much in constructed play on Arena. So I'm curious. I'm excited about what this deck might actually look like. Which is Vanity. Again, a card I don't see very much in constructed format. They're going to destroy one of my creatures rather quickly. So let's get out Wedding Announcement and start pumping out some other stuff as well. Yep, just highlighting Gingerbrute for a minute if you don't know what it is. Alright, Moss Dreadnights. I hate that card. I love that card. I want to use that card in my own deck. I hate playing against it. Alright, so still don't have a blue land yet. Seeing what else is going to happen next. So again, I'm playing it easy. I'm trying to go wide and see what happens. I'm feeling pretty good at this point, though, because my board is a lot bigger than theirs. Oh, another Witch's Vanity, which is going to be really annoying. Uh-oh. So this is where my computer crashed for a minute. So we're going to fast forward through this right now and try to get back into the game before it dies. We're back. That's so exciting. I think it got in before I had to use a what's it called? Before I had to use a timeout. Also, I seem to have lost music, which is fine. We're just going to play it and see what's going on. All right, a Sir Ginger. Now that is interesting. Again, so these are cards that are all Wilds of Eldraine that I don't usually see in constructed format. So this is fun. We've got food tokens, we got Sweet Tooth Wit, we got Sir Ginger, we've got a Gingerbrute. I mean, this is kind of the deck I might find playing a version of this. I was playing Draft. So this is fun. So their board just got really big really fast. So I don't know what's going to happen. I do know what am I. So I'm just kind of like, all right. I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to hang out. I do have some, and I don't. Again, I'm missing my land drops. I've got 3 lands. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got 5. They're putting on their wicked things. They're making creatures bigger. And I'm stuck. I'm stuck on 3 lands. So they're just making their board bigger and bigger and bigger. Luckily, I do have. Oh, I mean, I do make it. It is a little costly right now if they try anything. And now we see, so this is the combo they were looking for. Food tokens, Sweet Tooth with Pump Up Sir Ginger. Which I'm like, yes, please get him bigger and bigger. Because I have options. And they do it again. Alright. They're still not willing to attack yet, which they bought some time. I'm still excuse me. I still only have 3 land. This is really annoying. But luckily, I am big enough that they don't want to do anything right now. So this is going to, if I can turn the corner on this, it's going to be a long, long game. All right, so they're going to make Ginger Brute, so I can't block it. I mean, this is a slow way to die, but it is a way I could end up having it. They have another land, so they're getting a little bit of flooded, kind of the opposite of my experience here. And then they are going to take some life from me, and they're going to pump something up, which is fantastic, because then I can kill it. And still have and leave myself with the largest creature on the board. No, it's smart. They sacrifice it. They got the life gain. They're again a lot of damage down to me, but I got their big creature off the board. Finally, another land. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I decided that I am going to use the Wandering Emperor to exile it. That's probably the wrong play here, right? I probably could have done the Cathar Commando, played that down there, and then use its ability to destroy an artifact if needed. But my board is still big. I've got some 2/2s, I've got some blockers. I'm hoping that this will give me a chance, that give my Wandering Emperor a chance to live. Go for the throat. They finally, I think they've been holding on that for a while, maybe. That's a big loss for me. We could trade board here. We could wipe each other out at this stage. If they launch everything against the Wandering Emperor, I block everything. It's the trample damage is still going to get through unless I double block. So trying to see what they're doing. They decide to send everything towards me, which is kind of an interesting thing. I decide at this point, now I know they're going to pump that up and make it bigger. I know they're going to, that card can come back. So I decide this time, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to buy some time. Use my life as a resource. Kind of surprised they did not pump that out. They had the mana available to create another creature on the play. So kind of surprised by that. Decide to cast my Faerie Mastermind. As you can see, they have no cards in their hand. So if they get any cards that they're going to pump things up, that, just give me some options to get some more card draw in. They're still at 25 life, though. That's pretty far along. And they get immediate go for a throw, which is just, it stinks. It's not my favorite. All right, they're going to attack. Now I have a choice. Do I just let them to kill the Wandering Emperor? Do I block and let it down to 1? I decide that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be able to make Moss Dreadnight a card that they can use for their own card draw. So that's where having a Faerie Mastermind would have been helpful. But that's why they got rid of it. They're bringing it back on the board. They have enough mana to just keep cycling this through. All right, they get a welcome to Sweet Tooth. More food tokens. All right, so this feels like it's gonna be just a long, long slog. So we'll just put a Cathar Commando out there. All right, so I'm trying to decide. Okay, decide to cast the Chrome. I'm kind of limited by my land here, but we're gonna cast that just to pump it up. Make my Cathar Commando bigger too. Again, now I'm trying to block. I'm trying to give the Wedding Emperor, getting the Wandering Emperor some life. right? An opportunity to survive. They drew one card. They're going to send the attacker in. I decide, you know what? I'm going to block. I know if they're going to do this attack, there's something that they're thinking about. They're primarily trying to use the card draw effect. I get it. I would be doing the same thing. I bring the Dreadnought back on the board. And because it died, like it doesn't, like this is a cycle, they're just going to be able to keep using it, and I can't exile it yet. So this is where I wish I need an Ossification or something like that on the board. All right, not another land, but something that generates creatures. Now here I'm trying, I don't remember my thought process here. Just kind of looking at the battlefield, trying to see what should I do. Do I pump something up? Do I make my board bigger? I decide to pump up. Knowing full well that, you know, again, this is blocking to survive, but then letting them do the card draw engine. Like it's not great. Well, excuse me. It's been a long day. And I'm rewatching this video. Again, I wish there was audio. I'm not sure what happened when I rebooted it or something with the audio just did not kick in anymore on the recording. They seem to be doing some thinking as well, or maybe they have the same experience like me where they all of a sudden got kicked off the game. I do decide to send in my Cathar Commando. I think that was a mistake because I knew they were going to do this. Right? So I'm trying to think, do I flash in my Zephyr Sentinel and return it? I decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill their Sweet Tooth. Because I don't want the XX counters from the food token. So pumping another creature up +3/+3. All right, here comes a Ginger Brute. Another one. They do have the option of turning their land into a creature, which I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that yet. All right, they're going to send they're going to do this again. So I say make my board a little bit bigger. Again, going to block. It's not great. And now I don't have enough mana. Like I couldn't like make disappear, but make disappear doesn't really work when they have so much mana as they currently do. All right, finally a land, but it's going to come in tapped, which is not great, but it is something. Got two make disappears. Don't really serve much of a purpose at this point with that amount of mana on the board. Do have the Wandering Emperor that I can keep doing something with. Decide I'm going to cast this. Let's return the reinforcements. Make it bigger. Let's bring the reinforcements back. Because again, make disappear doesn't really work in this situation anymore. Decide I'm going to exile again the Ginger Brute. Excuse me. Decide not to attack there. Yeah, I'm just trying to make my board bigger, hoping they're not going to get any more removal. Again, more card cycling. Well, actually, here's where my thinking might have been a little wrong, because if I had been able to cast the Make Disappears anyways, I could be doing the Incubates. So I could have been making more things. All right, so we finally get a new card. Greta the Sweet Tooth Scourge is on the board. They've got a 3/3. Here comes a Hollow Scavenger. Again, they're going to start making their board. They've typed up all their mana. So this is where a point where having that blues mana might have been available. Kind of went out of my first main phase too fast. That was a mistake on my part. I wouldn't do that in paper. I'd have options. So we're going to make my Zephyr Sentinel bigger. I'll end turn. So this is where, I have the Chrome host Seedshark, and this is me not playing with it. Like, I could keep making my board bigger. Again, we're going to block again. They're going to do their card draw cycle. This is getting, like, really dull. But they're at 21 life. I'm at 12. They're going to keep doing this. They've got life to spare, and they've got resources going on. And they decide that's enough. I think they kind of knew that this is kind of it, and my guess is that they didn't have anything else to go farther on this. So that's one of those things that just goes over and over and over and over again. And I think they saw what was the writing on the wall, or they just got tired of playing a game for 15 minutes and wanted to go to the next one. Either way, I will take that victory. So thanks for watching this edition of MTG Playback. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another game on Arena, and let's see what happens next.